Despite a dominating victory over the New Orleans Saints, is Bo Nix a problem for this Denver Broncos offense? We saw Bo Nix early in this game especially really struggle to get into a rhythm. We saw him missing wide open receivers. We saw him sailing passes to Lucas Kroll. We saw him just look skittish and uncomfortable out there. A lot of the issues that Bo Nix has had so far in the NFL can really be attributed to footwork and lower body mechanics. It's the biggest reason for his inaccuracy. It's the biggest reason for him just being kind of skittish. You feel like he just doesn't trust his feet. He doesn't trust his ability to get his feet set. And at times, he doesn't trust his protection, even though he's been having relatively clean pockets. There were times when the protection did break down, and I think that those protection breakdowns lead to Bo getting spooked, even during times when the protection is good. We saw that a few times in this game, and we've also seen it in every single game this season. He just has happy feet in the pocket. He doesn't set his base when he has the ability to. Now, having that ability to throw off platform is a good arsenal to have in your toolbox. The problem is you have to know when to use it. That you have to know when to be able to throw off platform, when you have to do it essentially. Only do it when you have to. And you also have to know when you have time to set your feet, have a good base, and deliver an accurate throw with good velocity with your hips. That's something that we just haven't seen from Bo Nix so far. And when he does it, you see him make big-time throws. You see him have the ability to rip backside digs to Courtland Sutton. Courtland Sutton was shut out in this game. He didn't have a single target in this game. The Saints did a good job taking him away. Marshawn Lattimore was on him for most of the game until he exited with a hamstring injury. But even by that point, the Broncos just started to run the ball more. They started to lean into RPOs. And the RPOs are actually something I think can help the footwork problem for Bo Nix, because it's just set your base, pull it out, and throw if the throw's there. It's that simple. And we saw the Broncos really start to lean into that as we got into the second quarter and really as we got into the second half. And we saw some success from this Broncos passing game when they did that. Now, you can't make all of your bread and butter on these, you can't make all of your hay, I should say, on these RPOs, but you can make it a central focus and a central philosophy for your offense. Eventually, though, Bo Nix is going to have to showcase that he can win from the pocket in drop-back passing situations. Sorry, guys. Losing my voice a little bit there from this evening doing the game stream, but Bo Nix has to show his ability that he can win in drop-back passing situations from the pocket, and tonight he really wasn't given the opportunity after the beginning of the game to showcase that. It felt like they tried to open the playbook up a little bit in the passing game, and Bo just wasn't seeing guys open. He wasn't setting his feet. He sailed a couple passes because of bad footwork. Again, I'm emphasizing the footwork here because that is the biggest issue for Bo Nix. The good news is footwork and lower body mechanics can be cleaned up, especially if he goes and sees like a quarterback guru this offseason, somebody to the tune of Jordan Palmer. That would help him hone in on those lower body mechanics and really be able to eliminate some of these accuracy issues that we're seeing from him early on. But we've got to go ahead and talk about the athleticism from Bo Nix, because Bo Nix has been able to get out of a lot of bad plays this year with his legs. He's got the ability to make chicken salad out of chicken feathers. He really does. He's got that ability to get out of a would-be sack, dip his shoulders low, and at least get back to the line of scrimmage. More often than not, he's turning a sack into a positive play. That's good, but you also need to see him have that ability to operate on time, in rhythm, in structure in the pocket, something that he was masterful at doing during his time at Oregon, something that he showed the ability to do during this offseason. We've just not seen it consistently so far in the regular season, and that is the biggest issue for me with Bo Nix, is because we know it's there. We know he can do it. It has to be more consistent. I think the coaching staff did a good job getting him settled in and helping him out with some of that stuff in this game with the RPOs and just opening up the run game in general. Getting Mike McGlinchey back really helped open up this run game. Credit goes to him. Palczewski is definitely your better pass protector, but in terms of the run game, Mike McGlinchey helped provide a spark with his high-end run blocking that we saw today. So credit to Sean Payton and the Broncos offense for being able to hone in on that stuff that Bo Nix was able to do well with the RPOs, the read options, get that athleticism out of him, some of the design QB runs that we saw. Big time credit goes to Sean Payton and company for kind of honing in on that in this game. But again, Bo has to get more comfortable with his footwork. He's got to get more comfortable in the pocket in terms of pocket feel, and he has to be more accurate. All three of those things kind of go hand in glove with each other, and once Bo gets his lower body mechanics right, he's going to be okay. He's shown those flashes of brilliance. He's shown those flashes of high-end athleticism that he can depend on for a very long time until he learns how to play the quarterback position. Patrick Mahomes said it himself. He didn't learn how to read defenses in the NFL until his third year. It wasn't until then that he started to really pick up on coverage tendencies and tells from the defense at the line of scrimmage, stuff like that. Once Bo gets more comfortable with that, and that will come with time, then this Broncos offense is going to unlock its true potential. But until that happens, Bo Nix can lean on his athleticism, can lean on his just natural abilities, and that has been pretty good for the Broncos so far. The Broncos are 4-3 right now. They've got a winning record, and they're very close to surpassing their win total projected by Vegas this year. This Broncos team objectively is in a good spot right now, but you've got to hone in on some of these rookie mistakes that Bo Nix is making. But regardless, even with those mistakes, the Denver Broncos are finding ways to win football games. So, do I think Bo Nix is a problem on this Broncos offense? No, I don't think he's a full-blown problem. The Broncos are going to have to work through these growing pains. That's what they signed up for, starting a rookie quarterback week 1. And Bo's still showing those flashes, making some of these high-end throws, especially big digs. I think that's the best throw that Bo makes. It's the best club that he has in his golf bag. That's one thing that Bo Nix does very, very well. But his ability to make those plays happen out of structure is something that can really help take the Broncos far. I think his physical talent and his physical traits are definitely better than what was anticipated coming out of college, and that's a very promising thing to see. And I encourage you guys to go look at JT O'Sullivan's breakdown from the Chargers game. It was actually a pretty decent game from Bo when everything's said and done. The footwork has been the biggest thing that has let Bo down so far, and that has to improve. Simple as that. All right, Broncos country, if you guys had to give a letter grade for Bo Nix's performance, what would you guys give? I'm pretty much sticking at about a C right now. I didn't see enough in the passing game to move the needle much further than that, but obviously what we did see in the run game from Bo Nix was very good, and that helps bump his grade up to a C for tonight. And it's also a lot higher considering the fact that the Broncos won in a very dominating fashion. But I'm curious about your thoughts, Broncos country. Drop those comments down below. I would love to hear them as always. Be sure to leave a like on this video as well as subscribe and ring the bell so these videos appear in your notification feed. I would really appreciate it, guys. Those are both free and easy ways to show your support. It helps tell YouTube's algorithm to push us out and helps us get seen by more and more members of Broncos country just like you and me. And until next time, guys, I am your host, Gage Madrid, saying peace out.